Hello everyone, just gonna come in quick here. I'm gonna see what other races are going on. Hope you enjoyed that one. Please hit the like button. Can anyone let me know if it was lagging for you guys? It looked kind of laggy on my end, but I couldn't tell if it was actually the stream being laggy or if my laptop just sucks right now, because sometimes my laptop is really slow. See what other hosted races there are. If not, I'm probably going to wait till 11:30 to do another Daytona one. Nope, there's absolutely no hosted ones I can get in. Ooh, I'm doing this. This is the most people I've seen for any of the Charlotte races. Oh, guys, speaking of Charlotte races, I have an upload coming a little bit later today. It was the maddest I've ever gotten playing iRacing. Scott Wimmer's 2000 flip. I can try that. By the way, I apologize for not having the chat on. I'm just keeping it off, I think, just for these, only for the iRacing streams. I'm probably going to keep the chat off, maybe turn the face cam back on. I just don't have my camera set up right now. Yeah, let's do an IndyCar race. Let's do 2 races in one stream. Dude, I hope it's a night one. The night IndyCar races are one of the few ones I'm good at, when you have the most grip, but I think it's daytime. Alright, I apologize if it's if the stream is lagging a little bit during the race itself. I don't know why it was doing that. It looks to be going through fine on here, but my laptop, it looks a little choppy. And once the race starts, I'm gonna turn the microphone back off because it's just me sitting in silence, concentrating on not crashing. Doing for Thanksgiving, I'm going up to my grandmother's. Alright, so yeah, once this race starts, I'm going to turn the microphone back off. Yeah, so how many people were in the session? 28? That's a lot. It's the most I've ever seen for a Charlotte IndyCar race so far. Come on. Am I going to be able to join the session before the time runs out? It's 11 right now. Hurry up. There we go. Alright, everyone's stopping right now. I think the race session is starting already. 28 registered. Let's get a quick practice lap in before we have to go over to the race session. Yeah, so like I said, once the qualifying and racing starts, I'm going to turn the microphone off. Oh, qualifying is about to begin. Well, that was a good practice lap. You're not late, you're coming into the second race. And the chat is off because I'm just gonna do that for now on for these iRacing streams. The chat will still be on for all the other ones, just the iRacing. I want the chat to stay off just for the sake of the video, having nothing interrupt the race. And I don't have my face cam because my camera's not set up right now. But yeah, I felt like getting an iRacing stream out to you guys since I haven't done one in a while. And we are doing some IndyCar racing at Charlotte. Alright, it doesn't look to be lagging anymore. Getting iRacing for Christmas? Awesome. Do you have a wheel or are you going to be a controller guy? Come on. Come on, I want to get at least 1 or 2 practice laps in. There we go. Slow down. Oh, didn't see that guy there already. He's got in his way. shaking back and forth from the dead zone. So I have to like grip the wheels super tight. But yeah, I have an upload coming after the stream from an Indycar race last night I did. It was the most pissed off I've ever gotten in an iRacing race to date. Sweet. The stream does not look to be lagging anymore, at least through my laptop. I almost wrecked that guy, which I did not mean to. Alright, how many people we got in the session? Oh, not too many. We have 13 people, it looks like, in this race. Alright, my goal is to qualify in the top half. Alright, so I'm going to turn the microphone off. I'll switch back on after qualifying, but yeah, right now I basically just focus on nothing other than trying to not crash, so I'm usually just sitting in silence, so it's the same way, microphone on or off, so switching it off now. Talk to you guys in a couple minutes. Bye. And I finished second to last. So, I guess I am going to hope for a big crash up front and try to make it through. Yeah, by the way, I always wreck on purpose after I'm done qualifying. If that wasn't obvious enough from turning dead right into the wall. Alright, so, am I gonna get knocked down to 13th? Alright, there's 14 people in the session total. And I'm in 12th. Actually, I almost want to lose one more spot just so I can be in the very back line. I don't want someone behind me that qualified in dead last. That'll probably just rear-end me in the pace lap. Ping. My ping isn't great right now. It's getting worse. Alright, it's still not... What does that mean? Oh, incident points. Oh. Oh yeah, duh, for my damn crash on qualifying. I believe it's a fixed setup. Yeah. Alright, am I in last? No, I'm still in 12th. I think that the Packers are going to make the playoffs. That's a good question. My heart says no the way they've been playing, but my brain says yes, because we're still only one game back. All it takes is for us to win 2 games, and in the same span of time have the Lions and Vikings just win 1. And we're right back in it. See ya. Alright, I am switching the microphone back off for the race. Depending on what happens, I will switch it back on shortly. But yeah, I need to concentrate on not crashing. So I will talk to you guys in a few. Not too shabby. Started in 12th towards the end and ended up in 4th, even though I spun out. I think I was just one of the only people to wreck and not have to pit because I didn't hit anything. Not too shabby. But yeah, that last spin was already after the checkered flag. I almost wrecked on the backstretch right here. Did you guys see that? Where is it? Right there. Got a little squirrely. Almost got loose to hit the inside wall. That was close. Alright, Adam is upset. What happened with him? Oh, did he get wrecked? Spins in this one. Alright, so not too bad. Where'd I finish? 4th. There we go. -1 lap. Yeah, I just kept waiting for people in front of me to wreck. And they did, slowly. Man, that would have been nice if I could get top 3. Yeah, I was so concerned I was going to just spin because of how worn my tires were getting in those last few laps. I could already feel the wear on them after that first spin in those early laps. Alright, yeah, I want to see what happened with that, actually. I forgot about that whole thing. Alright, let's go back to the early laps when I first spun. Oh, it was on lap 2. Of all things. Alright. Let's go to the blimper view. Did I say blimper? Blimp. Alright, so yeah, I'm the black and white car right here. And red. Shoot, did I get into someone there? I did not know that even fucking happened. I'm sorry, fucking Darren. I did not even see that. Shoot, sorry, buddy. Fuck, I did not even know that fucking happened. I just knew that 3 car was coming up underneath me and I was trying to give him room. Well, I guess it's karma, me spinning out in the very next turn. Oh, there's the wreck. Alright, so I made it through, I spun, but I just didn't hit anything. Let's see how that started. Oh, these guys are side by side, that's probably exactly how it started. Yep. Damn. That guy's a car design similar to me right there. Yeah, I didn't hit the wall at all, and I was able to keep going. Kept on the wall. Just got back up to speed, and just waited. Freeman Kelly is upset. What happened to him? Alright, let's see what happened with this guy. Because this guy is angry about something. And yeah, as you guys could see, when the cars battling for the lead were coming up behind me and lapping me, I obviously slowed down to let him pass. Because I'm always paranoid if I let him get side by side. When I'm up to speed, I'm paranoid I'm going to spin out. What happened with this dude? Oh, he hit the wall. That's what happened. Why is he all angry about that? Oh, is he upset at that guy? Or this guy? What was that guy complaining about? I didn't see anything bad happen to him. Alright, so save the replay. Alright, so did you guys enjoy that? Not too shabby. Getting a top 4 finish after I started out basically third to last and spun out in the second lap. I don't know if that's saying something about me or saying something about how bad the rest of everyone else in here was. Alright. So, what time is it? I just missed my chance for the truck race. It's already 11:30. Darn it. Shoot, I was gonna do one more. Quit. I want to do a few wrecks. I obviously can't. Let's see if there's any hosted races going on. Oops. Wrong button. No! There we go. Yeah, I just missed the truck race. Darn it. Yep. Shoot! At Daytona. Alright, let's see if there's any hosted going on. If not, I'll do a few wrecks at, in practice, because I kind of like the crash physics in this game. Alright. Time to do, time to test some Indycar at Daytona. There we go. Late afternoon. I don't think I've ever done this before. Scott Wimmer's flip. I still need to do 2, I don't have Sprint Cup, unfortunately. Do I? Oh, I think I do, actually. But, I still need to do possibly 2 streams later today before I do Scott Wimmer's. I'm gonna do... Or I still need to do Tony Stewart's race at Homestead that I was gonna do today. I guess it wouldn't be the worst thing if I do it after the race. It's not like I need to do it beforehand. Alright, let's do some test laps at Daytona. What just happened? The screen went black for a second. This is what everyone wants to see in real life, except for people that value the lives of the drivers. Stopping out at 223. Oh, got loose coming off the turn. Somehow held on to it. Oh, I thought that was going to be worse than it was. Oh. I just realized you guys aren't seeing what I'm seeing. Hold on, give me a second. Sorry about that. You guys didn't miss anything exciting. I just did one warm-up lap and then hit the wall and didn't even roll over. Here's what you guys missed. Just me getting up to speed. And then doing this. Oh, you guys saw it? Huh. Ah. You guys were on the video. My laptop had like a 30-second delay. That's why that confused me. Alright. But I still switched back to the iRacing screen as opposed to just the screen, the monitor capture. So it's better quality. Let's see how many times I can roll over. I don't know where the best spot to... You can't really do blowovers in this game, but you hit the wall at a fast enough speed. Whoa. That was totally accidental. That was completely accidental, actually. I barely clipped the wall and I jumped into the air. I like the impacts in this game. The impacts seem fairly real. Should I go look up some hard reenactments? Not too hard. I want to be able to actually get them accomplished at some point. Like, I think the 3 hardest ones I've probably gotten asked to do are probably Austin Dillon's Crash, probably the 2002 big one, with the Johnny Sauter flip. I don't know, Kyle Larson's probably another difficult one. Hey, the ghost car. How did I hang on to that? Maybe adjust my transmission so I can go a little faster. And so, should I hit the inside wall or the outside wall? Eeny, meeny, miny, moe. No idea. Oh, I thought I was going to flip over more times than that. That was kind of almost a front blowover when I hit that second bump. Here we go. It was like Dukes of Hazzard Indycar style. Alright, this time around I'm going to try to smash into that inside wall. Kind of where Kyle Busch hit it. When I have a full lap of speed. See what happens when I do that. Try to turn slightly so I don't actually get loose. Try to just nail the wall head on. 220 miles an hour. So let's see how that goes. Here. Of anything. Sent me upside down, but
your car has too much damage. We've got to fix it.
That was an interesting crash on the tires right there. Actually, I kind of want to try that again and try to hit that right there. Man, that was close. Yeah, maybe I'll try to hit that, the tire wall this time. Just trying to test out the crash physics in this game, since I haven't really done that too much. Since I'm usually doing races, and when I'm doing races I'm trying to focus on racing and not crashing on purpose, because I'd probably get booted pretty damn quickly if that's what I did. So we're going to try the tire wall this time. See what other tracks we can mess around at after this crash. Alright, just driving along. Oh no, a blown tire. Kind of figured something like that would happen, where I just get stuck in the wall. You can't do a blowover in iRacing, to my knowledge, unless you get like a really fluky crash. I say fluky. Just the way he's stuck in there and didn't move for a split second afterwards. It's hilarious. I'm gonna try one more time hitting this part so I don't get like stuck. See what that looked like on TV1. Alright, once more and I'll try a different track. Yeah, I'll try hitting the not quite as head-on part of the tire barrier. See how many times I can try to flip over. If you get going right, you can flip over a lot of times with these Indy cars if you start tumbling at a high speed. The key is you need to start tumbling and kind of bounce off the tires, because if you land upside down, you're kind of stuck sliding upside down. Blows a tire. Same thing happened, god damn it. I want more of a tumbling crash. I'll try hitting the back straightaway wall. Whoa. That worked out well. Yes, I know I keep saying I'm gonna do a different track, but I want to tumble a bunch of times in one of these Indy cars before I switch to a different track and mess around for a little bit. Probably gonna get going in like 15-20 minutes or so. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream so far. I know it's something a little bit different. No, not everyone each one of my subscribers likes iRacing too much, but there are some that requested it, and I enjoy it, so I probably keep pumping them out. See what happens here. Oh, just stuck upside down. And he won't stop. He's kind of kept going. That was interesting. I got airborne right before I hit the wall. My right nut probably survived since it was my left nut that hit the wall. Yeah, right before he hit the wall, he got airborne. Boom. I want multiple flips. How can that happen? Yeah, that was funny. I kind of slid for a while there on my roof. I didn't slow down very quickly. It was like the grass wasn't slowing me down at all. It was like I was on ice or something. I'm going to try one more. I promise, and I'll switch to a different track. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. Looked away from the computer for a second. Try doing this, actually. Right here. Stays on his roof. Alright. That's it for Daytona for right now. Oh yeah, do you guys want to see some BS? I will show you guys a replay from the other day. It's the second most angry I've gotten on iRacing. Yesterday was the most angry I've gotten. I'm not doing another race. I got stuff to do today. Alright, where's replays? Here we go. This is the Daytona one, where I started, yeah, I think this one. So, I'll give you a little backstory. I started right in the middle of the pack. It's either the first or the second lap. Everyone's super bunched up. All the trucks in front of me check up really quickly. I don't brake quick enough. I accidentally get into the truck in front of me, spin him out. I get past him, and he causes a big wreck, a big pileup from being sideways behind me. About 5 laps later, when I'm still with the main pack, like in the top 5 or so, I think it was maybe top 5 or 10, this dude, after pitting, is sitting there waiting for me to come back around, just pulling a Clint Boyer or a Matt Kenseth, and yeah, the dude fucking takes me out on purpose. Oh, I was pissed. I sent him a message, and he never responded. Alright, so I'll show you guys this one. Because, yeah, mine was accidental. His was on purpose. What the hell happened there? Oh, yeah, me crashing. At the end of practice. Alright, so where is this bullshit? Here we go. I think it's on the backstretch in turn 1. It's this number 18 guy. Roberto, yeah. Alright, so let's get a blimp view. Yeah, everyone checks up. I accidentally get into the back of him, cause a wreck. And after he pits and everything, he is basically headhunting me, waiting for me to come back around. Yeah, I probably could have braked a little sooner. Yeah, that was my bad, but it wasn't on purpose. And not gonna lie, he did cause a decent wreck behind me. But yeah, point is, that was accidental. I didn't think he was gonna be going that slow because there was a lot of space in the car in front of me. So then that happens. Once again, accidental. As bad as I felt, I sent like a bunch of stories as they were wrecking. Let's see one more time. By the way, I'll probably have that one in a future crash comp. Alright. So then this dude pits. Sitting there pitting. Meanwhile, here I am. This is the main pack. Yeah, 5th, 7th. I'm like an 8th spot right behind in the main pack. And we can watch from my view. Alright, keep in mind that's him. Here's me. And this is all the lead pack, and we're all about to lap him, like for the 3rd lap. And watch what this little fucker does. Because of my accidental getting into him. He basically headhunts me when I come back around. Alright, where's Chase? Here we go. So yeah, that's him right there. Just watch what this little fucker does. I still have the draft from the lead pack. Depending on what happens, I easily have a shot to win it. There's still plenty of laps left on here. And yeah, look at that. Bullshit move. Dude is sitting there fucking headhunting me, waiting for me to come back around so he can do that. Yeah, he's like, oh, that's him. Let's turn down and take him back out. Then after he does that, he quits out of the session because his mission was accomplished. Like the little pussy that he is. So yeah, that was that race. Alright, so let's mess around for a little bit at one more track. I don't know what or with what car, but we'll figure that out. Test. Let's do Legends. No. Let's do... Cadillac race car at... Which is the one that has all the bumps? Like the huge Oxford Plains, I think it is. Yeah, this one. That has the huge mounds of dirt that you can ramp off of. Yeah, I felt bad for getting into that guy and causing that wreck, but it was accidental. It looked a lot worse in third person, but keep in mind, you're in cockpit view. I just saw plenty of room in front of him. I thought he was going to get going. I was trying to bump draft him, and next thing you know, he's sideways. Everyone else is bump drafting each other. I bump him on the straightaway, and he's spinning out. So I felt bad, but yeah, that dude freaking sits there and waits for me to come back around, pulling a Clint Boyer or a Matt Kenseth, and takes me out of contention of a possible win. Not saying I would have won, but there was a possibility, given that like halfway, the race was halfway over, and I was still with the lead pack. Why is this taking so damn long? Come on. Opening, there we go. Why is this taking so long? Closing channel. Okay. Well, let's try refreshing. And do that again. I think I clicked that twice while it was loading slow. That's probably why it quit me out right away. Switch the stream software over to the iRacing window. Alright, messing around for a little bit more. Yep, here we go. And I'm gonna go watch some football. Root for the Vikings to lose. I thought you could adjust the camera angle in practice mode. I remember doing it. Oh, that thing bottomed out majorly going up that apron. Shit. Yeah, this thing ain't meant for short track racing, is it? Aw. I didn't know that happened. That was actually accidental. Let's see how that looked. Vikings are playing the Cardinals, so the Vikings actually have a chance of losing, even though the Cardinals started off to a slow start. They've kind of been rebounding ever since, kind of back to their form of last year, so hopefully they can take out the Vikings. Hand them their 5th loss in a row, and we're still not able to take advantage. That's probably the closest to a flip without actually being a flip. The part right there was almost a flip, but not quite. I want to get a huge barrel roll, like multiple times. Yeah, this thing ain't meant for short track racing, is it? Maybe my car has too much damage. I just got out of the pits. Did the banking like mess up the bumper or something? The splitter? Alright, let's try this again. Aw, only one roll. So many times I can roll the car over before it can't drive anymore. Oh, it won't drive anymore. The crash physics in this game are kind of fun, just to mess around with. What was was a hard crash. What other car can I mess around at this track? I hit the invisible wall. Yeah, I got stuck on my side. It never happens, at least in NASCAR race in 2003. Over the Sprint Cup car. Yeah, I'll probably do that. I forgot I have a free mode version of the Sprint Cup car. Invisible wall. Alright, quit out. Back to here. Continue. Alright, can anyone explain to me why, I have a free Sprint Cup car right here. Oh, the car of tomorrow. But yeah, the Carburetor Cup. Yep, that's the new. Yep, car of tomorrow versus the new ones. Alright, that's why. I was gonna say, why do I have a free Sprint Cup car, but I have to pay to be in the Carburetor Cup? Stupid. V8 supercar. Ooh. What's this one? Oh, I might try that one after the Sprint Cup car. Test car. Caught another live stream. Welcome. Not doing too much in this one other than messing around at this point. I already did 2 races. Did decent in both of them. Not amazing, but decent. And now I'm just messing around trying to... I haven't really messed around with this game's crash physics too much. I'm just kind of messing around for the 4th time in that sentence. Thought something more exciting was going to happen when I hit the fence. Surprisingly, this thing seems easier to handle than that Cadillac supercar. You'd think this would be a longer time I was trying to hit those mounds and turn fast enough. You'd think this would be a little less agile than that damn racing supercar. Damn it! Keep missing them. Trying to hit those dirt mountains so I can roll over. Christ. By the way, I'm driving like shit on purpose. Sort of, right now. There we go. We had a few flips. Although I think a couple of those was from me hitting the invisible wall. Yeah. Although I was going to keep rolling over a lot if I didn't. Yeah, the way I was tumbling right there, I was going to keep tumbling if I didn't hit that stupid invisible wall right there. Let's, gonna do that other supercar. See if that's any easier to handle. This one. The racer. What about this one? No. Yeah. I want to try this one. Noon. Time for the Vikings to lose. Their 5th in a row. Oh, this thing is pretty damn slow. That was going to be an awesome save. If I could have saved that, that would have been an awesome save. That's good for that antique roll cage. Basically right down on the helmet. Nothing protecting him basically from that impact. Yeah, the Vikings are kind of doing what we did last year. We as in the Packers. We started off 6-0 last year and kind of fell apart halfway through the season, giving them a chance to take the division. Now the Vikings started off 5-0 this year. Well, we had kind of a slow start and are still having a slow start, but we still have a chance. As bad as we're doing, we still only have one game. Only one game behind the division lead. That was interesting. That was a weight rollover. A weight shift. Hey, and the engine's still fine. Doesn't really take any huge hits. Hey, this thing's still drivable. I can keep trying to roll this thing over until I can't drive it anymore. It's still drivable. Still drivable. Dude, this thing is indestructible. Still drivable. Just gonna keep rolling this thing until I can't drive it anymore. Oh, I got stuck. Come on. No, I got stuck. The thing just kept on going. God damn it. That was the world's most unexciting flip. 4.5 rolls that time.
Looks like your car is toast. You'll need a tow back to pit lane. Press and hold your reset button, and we'll come and get you.
See if I can break that record of 4.5. See if I can get 5. Still going though. Still driving. Sort of. It's not in the right direction. That's good for my suspension. I don't need to repair shit. Fun. Just exploring around the outside of the track. Let's see if I can get up to speed this way and then hit one of those bumps on the other side of the track. Damn it. Stay going straight. There we go. Alright, I'm gonna try one last time and then I'm gonna get going. I know this is getting boring. Me just fucking around trying to crash on these jumps. The shifting is kind of touchy in this car. Alright. That's probably it for this stream. I will be back later today with hopefully that Tony Stewart race and another reenactment one. Thank you guys for joining this. Hope you guys enjoyed something a little different with the iRacing. Gonna be doing some more later on. So stay tuned. Thanks again, everyone. Hope you have a good rest of your day. Enjoy the Homestead race if I don't talk to you until then. And until then, have a good day. Bye.